After Alan Shearer comes another man that Manchester United may not relish facing. Graeme Sharp of Oldham has scored no fewer than 14 goals against United in his career, 12 of them for Everton, 5 here at Old Trafford. Still a potent Premiership striker at the age of 33, Sharp is part of an Oldham side whose win over QPR means they've lost only 1 of their last 13 League and Cup games, and they've won their last 3 away. Joe Royle makes a tactical change today. Number 2, Craig Fleming, who missed the whole of March with injury, returns in a defensive midfield role, and Oldham sacrifice a striker. Their joint top scorer, Darren Beckford, is left out. While Paul Parker, on his 30th birthday, is the player that Manchester United sacrifice after their defeat on Saturday. Dennis Irwin switches to right back, Lee Sharp to left back, Ryan Giggs back to the left flank, and Brian McClare comes in alongside Mark Hughes. Number 14, Andrei Kanchelskis, and number 16, Roy Keane, are both ruled out of Sunday's semi-final through suspension, as is Eric Cantona. And as we look at some of the 1,800 Oldham fans inside Old Trafford, news today that as things stand, Oldham will have more supporters at Wembley than Manchester United next Sunday. Oldham have sold 19,000 tickets so far, Manchester United only 15,000. Many United fans, after one expensive trip to Wembley, apparently unhappy about being asked to travel to London again. Referee Paul Durkin of Portland gets the match started. Oldham in blue, playing from left to right in what may have been billed as a semi-final rehearsal, but the league match is so important to both clubs, they're not thinking about that yet. And with some of the morning press now apparently seeing Blackburn as the team of the moment, it'll be interesting to see what Manchester United's answer is to that. It's Keane. Hughes. McClare. And that's Makin at right back for Oldham. Some of these Oldham players may be unfamiliar to some of our viewers, but you'll get to know them all right between now and Sunday, or on Sunday, when for some of them it'll be the biggest game of their lives. These are tense times. That's a nice touch by Graeme Sharp to 21, Sean McCarthy, who was signed from Bradford City earlier in the season. Playing on the right-hand side at the start. Can't play in the semi-final, he's cup-tied. That was Fleming. Bruce a bit short for Schmeichel. It's come straight back to Milligan. It was a tiny bit on the short side from the United skipper. Hughes makes a run down the inside right channel, found by Bruce. Keane now in the penalty area. Irwin. Away by Fleming. This is Kanchelskis. It's deflected, and John Hallwood won't get it. Giggs, so he did, just. Did well, the keeper, against Giggs, because the deflection was wicked. Kanchelskis is the player who has the shot. There's the deflection of Fleming, and there was hesitation for a minute, but how well Hallwood did with his right hand. Hughes, and now it's Giggs. In goes Lee Sharp. Oh, good play. Richard Jobson. Bruce beaten to it. And Oldham clear their lines. They really have been playing well recently, Joe Royle's team, and belying their position in the table. They're well organised, and that's for United to break down with Keane here. Side footer. We've had every possible form of weather in Manchester today: snow, rain, sunshine and gales. Don't think you can really beat that, can you? Hughes. Bruce. It's really a matter of the variety of build-up that Alex Ferguson has asked for in the programme today from Manchester United. Thinks they've become a bit predictable. Here's Keane. Lee Sharp. Keane. Ince. Bruce. Giggs. Yes! He made it look so easy. Steve Bruce joined the attack here and chipped a lovely ball in. Ince got the better of Makin on the header. 17.5 minutes gone. Giggs gets the better of Makin and plants the header well beyond Hallworth. So Manchester United, having gone behind to a headed goal from something like that position on Saturday, take the lead with one today. So Manchester United strike first in this double header against Oldham. Steve Bruce floats the ball in. It's 1 against 1. Giggs gets there ahead of Makin, and it's 1-0. By Bruce. Brennan. Oh, and the defender slipped, and it's put McCarthy in. Oh, and he overran it. Allowed the ball to dribble away, and a relieved man is Gary Pallister. That was extraordinary. It was the very moment McCarthy has a right to hold his head. It was a wonderful opportunity, because Gary Pallister, the only defender there, and the one who would have intercepted, lost his balance, and McCarthy was in, but it ran off his right shin, I think. Here's Graeme Sharp. Holden. Sharp again. Oh, and Schmeichel grabbed it at the second attempt as Milligan came in. This was a good cross from the left-hand side, and oh, he just got there. Now, McCarthy was the player impeded by Pallister, and Oldham have a free kick in the last minute of the first half. Sharp, good effort. Trying to extend his record, but Peter Schmeichel read it well. Half-time comes with Manchester United leading by a goal scored in the 18th minute, Ryan Giggs. And at the other end, one glaring opportunity, which Sean McCarthy rather unluckily let slip away, means that the team trying to pull away from the bottom have a bit to do here, as the team near the top walk off in slightly better spirits, perhaps, than after Saturday. Attendances here at Old Trafford broke through the 1 million barrier last week, and there are another near 45,000 inside today. Capacity again virtually, and a local derby too, because it's nothing more than 12 or 14 miles between Oldham and Manchester. A lot of connotations between the two clubs. Indeed, it was Oldham who clinched the championship for Manchester United last season when they won at Aston Villa one Sunday. And Joe Royle will be reminded of that, because they won their last 3 games and avoided relegation. And that's why they're still part of the Premiership. This is Holden. And it comes off Irwin. One thing that has become apparent is that Neil Poynton possesses quite a good long throw for Oldham, and that Richard Jobson is the man to watch coming up from the back. He's on the 6-yard line at the moment, in fact on the goal line virtually. And it was his flick and Schmeichel's punch, Brennan's cross. Danger there. Milligan. And Pallister with McCarthy breathing down his neck, and Graeme Sharp. Milligan chipped the ball in. Pallister was in a tangle, he got the ball half away. Graeme Sharp strike. Milligan, Sharp. Brennan. Oh, it's a good turn, it's McCarthy! Brilliant! Wonderful goal! Sean McCarthy! Schmeichel given no chance. Well, no wonder Oldham and their supporters celebrate. That's one of the best goals that I think I've seen for some time. He just swiveled and hit it with his left foot into the opposite corner. The reason that Joe Royle bought him from Bradford City was his opportunism. Look at that. Schmeichel might have got fingertips there, but he couldn't keep it out. Here's Giggs. McClare! Peels for handball, nothing given. It's 1-1, and Oldham have struck gold here for the moment. The man who missed the chance in the first half, what a way to make amends. Ince. Ince's shot. Interesting that Ince wasn't far away, but the two strikers, McClare and Hughes, complained that they didn't get a pass. Here's Ince, and Giggs gets a little bit of a yard, and he's got away from two of them. Three waiting in the centre. McClare! Not quite the contact that Brian McClare was looking for. But there was promise in the movement. Giggs skipping away from two Oldham players and delivering the near post ball. Now a substitution. Brian McClare is being called off, and a chance at last for the big man. Dion Dublin, one of the most polite and patient players you could wish to meet, will replace McClare. It's his first start in a league game this season, and the former Cambridge man who broke his leg soon after coming here is now going to have to play the role of saviour, really, if he can. Hughes took it away from Dublin, really. It was a good header, though. Giggs. It's still Ryan Giggs. Now it's Hughes. Lee Sharp. Giggs again. And it's still Giggs, but the cross still hasn't come in. Pallister. Hughes. Keane. Pallister going in again. He's got Giggs outside him here. Kanchelskis. Oh, yes, it is Dublin. Fantastic contribution by the substitute, having just come on. It's 2-1. Well, he can't believe it. Dion Dublin. The header by Pallister, the cross by Giggs. Kanchelskis a nuisance. And Dion Dublin pounced. Probably you can see better from here how he did it. And it's 2-1 after 66 minutes. Well, I said when he came on he was patient. He's waited nearly all season to get this opportunity. And he may have got them off the hook here, because this is Giggs. Put through by Hughes, into square, and it's gone in. It's 3-1, it's 2 goals in a minute. Ince is claiming it, Kanchelskis actually almost touched it at the same time there. It's Ryan Giggs first, now watch when the ball goes across. Well, It looks as though Ince has decided it's his goal. And Oldham are in trouble with the linesman. They've gone to protest for an offside decision that never came. And Alex Ferguson's team have scored twice in a minute to turn this match their way. It's 3-1. Now look at this. Ince certainly reacted as though he got the touch. And Oldham were really cross because back at the beginning of the move there was a feeling on their part that there could have been an offside. It was when Mark Hughes put Ryan Giggs through. Oldham's defence were looking for a flag and it never came. Joe Royle may have a view on that. And the cross went in, and now it looks as though the match may be beyond the recall of Oldham. And almost on cue, the sun comes out again. And Oldham living with the fact that in virtually the blink of an eye, they went from 1-1 and in the game with a vengeance to 3-1 down and possibly out of it. Here come the substitutes. The veteran Roger Palmer and striker Darren Beckford are both coming on in a double switch by Joe Royle. So Brennan and Makin, the two players who've gone off, and replaced by Beckford and Palmer. It's all happened here in about 3 or 4 minutes. The whole afternoon is different now, but who knows what Oldham might do from this. It's going to be Holden, is it, to bend it in? It is. And there's a chance there for the man who just come on, and Sharp! Yes, it's 3-2! It's Graeme Sharp for Oldham. Well, with this uncanny knack of scoring against Manchester United, Sharp benefits here from the presence of Beckford, who's only been on the pitch a matter of seconds. He set the thing up, and Sharp crashed it in. Free kick by Holden. Number 7, 3 got beaten by 1 there on the far post. Bad defending, but Sharp wasn't arguing about that. And with 20 minutes still to go, it's 3-2. Hooked in by Holden. Roger Palmer, Oldham's record scorer of all time, is now on the pitch. 19 his number. But Ryan Giggs delights the crowd with another twisting run. There are 3 the other way. There's a man over, and he's on this side. It's Kanchelskis. Hughes is waiting. Dublin's waiting. Oh, and Keane put the ball in the side netting. Well, they had an invitation there because 3 players were coming in on the cross. And you thought there was going to be a goal in it. It's Kanchelskis picking it up from Giggs here. 3 the other way. The cross eludes the first 2, and Keane prods it wide. This is Ince. Hughes is going through the middle. Giggs is in a lot of space wide. It's come off the defender, Hughes! Well, there was an exciting game between these two teams at Oldham around Christmas time, I remember. It was 5-2 to Manchester United. It's 3-2 at the moment. It could have been 4. Oldham, like a dog with a bone at the moment, they just won't give it up. And their passing at times is very good to watch. Header back inside, here's Roger Palmer! And Lee Sharp had to get in between those 2 blue shirts. This isn't over. I don't think it's very wise or very relevant to look for semi-final omens here, because this match in the second half has been so unpredictable. Goodness knows what's in store from Joe Royle's team on Sunday. For the moment, he's wondering, can they salvage a Premiership point? Holden, that's That's a free kick. Now this could be interesting. We are coming up to 90 minutes. Oldham have a free kick. Jobson, Redmond, Fleming, the whole army going forward here. Curled in. Jobson round the back. And Ryan Giggs against Neil Poynton. Sharp. Throw to Oldham. In it goes again. Stoppage time, and Schmeichel hasn't got it. Beckford nearly did. Good defending, Dion Dublin. Had to be. Now look, it's Kanchelskis, and Giggs wants it played square. Surely he can deliver this. He hasn't. It's still Kanchelskis. Now it's Giggs. Kanchelskis again, and it comes to nothing, and Hughes throws his hand up in disbelief. I just wonder if Kanchelskis might have played it earlier to Giggs, but who can save him up here? Lee Sharp hooks it forward. 3-2 to Manchester United. 3 points for Manchester United, but boy, did Oldham make Alex Ferguson's team sweat. A thrilling second half. From the moment McCarthy equalised, Dublin came on, prompted a spell of 2 goals in a minute by Manchester United. Oldham promptly got one back, but no survival points for them. Instead, Manchester United, with some relief, take the victory. And after a second half like that, goodness knows what these teams will produce at Wembley next Sunday. On this Monday, which was when it was all about Premiership points, Manchester United recovered from their Blackburn defeat to win by 3 goals to 2.